on the ground. It's the Jets and the Dolphins.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. The numbers for Johnson in last week's game: 7 catches, 89 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Again, it's Johnson. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And this is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a 1st down on this opening drive.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Well, taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. A handoff for Hall. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you talk about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Breece Hall. And down to the 7-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Out to his left. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but
situation.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
2 and now on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Patrick Queen able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Third down at 6. Tua sets up to pass it. On target over the middle of the hill. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. It's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. When you look at this defense, they're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll look to throw here. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Able to slither by. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 88 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Hall. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A give running right is Hall. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he can
rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. as they've got it as we resume action. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Tua. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to pass. Tua. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
No surprise to see a sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Achane. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right?
Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 96 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Hall. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before.
Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So this defense coming up with it. And maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Now Tua.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Johnson with a completion over the middle. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Achane. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. A 40-yard punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
He still holds your breath a little when Tua gets out of the pocket. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Tua, a final shot before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Ball again on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
113 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Here's Hall again, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Looking to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been... Ball game. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. He's to the 15.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. Those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Up the middle, Achane.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Right back to Achane on second down.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now third and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
They'll run for it with Achane.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 3 quarters in the books. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. 2nd and a couple. Tua going to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. That'll bring out 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Tua sets up to pass it. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he'll have the Jets 1st down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game,
on 1st and 10, it's Hall. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 33 yards that time. stopped at the 30.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Ball again on second down. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 23. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd-and-2 situation.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
This is 3rd-and-2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run with Hall. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll run with Hall. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll go again with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So Tua and the Dolphins down 24-14. 2:06 to play. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. Tua now on first down. On target over the middle to Hill. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. 2nd and 6 coming up. Throwing Tua. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Now Tua. He's got to complete to Waddle.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Here's first down. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Paul again. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Straight ahead is Hall, fighting it off. And he will have a Jets first down, and that should just about do it. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys
I'm a little